Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me. So today is quite an interesting video for me. Well, not really interesting. I've been doing quite a few of these videos recently on the channel. It's a dupe video, so I really want the Colourpop Snow White palette. But is it me, or is Colourpop just getting quite expensive? I mean, I feel like that palette is quite expensive for it being a Colourpop palette, and obviously factor the fees as well, like you've got to pay shipping it to the UK. I might still get it when it goes to Beauty Boxes by Tammy, but I wanted to put my version of that palette together, and I actually think I've done a better job than what that palette is because it's got some Pastel Roses shades in. So we're going to go through it. I'm going to turn my chair around and put you near the desk, and we're going to do some swatches. We're going to see what it looks like. I'm quite excited about using it. I think I'll use it in a live. I'll show you what it looks like. We're losing natural daylight, so I'm hoping this turns out okay. And that's my version of it. The only thing that throws me off is this square pan here. I'll show you the actual Colourpop palette. So you can kind of, if you've not seen it that is, you can kind of know what it looks like. I also want to do one of the Winx Club one. I think once I've used that palette I'll do Winx Club, a dupe of that, because I don't have any spare magnetic palettes, which sucks. I've got 9 pans but I don't have 12 pans, so what I do want from Colourpop is one of the mystery boxes. They look good. But I feel like, why is it not on here? I feel like with the Colourpop mystery boxes, I feel like you have to have kind of no Colourpop collection, because you could get dupes of it. So I'm sure I took a screenshot. How well I done? Okay, so it's here. So let's zoom in a bit so you can actually see it. So that's how it should look, and that's my one. So yeah, we're going to do some swatches of it. Like I said, I feel like I've made mine a little bit better. Most of the shades are Colourpop apart from 4 of them. So we've got 9 Colourpop shades in here. So let's turn the camera around and let's do the swatches. Right, I want to do this video, so I've just put a little bit of light on, and it is just a little bit. It's getting late and that's what the issue is. So again, that's what it looks like. They're all the natural colours, I'm just checking. So yeah, we'll swatch them. I don't know, I think what I'm going to do is swatch them, show on my fingers like that, and then maybe we'll just do them on this side. This one is by Titmouse Cosmetics. It's Eleanor. I'm sure I got that as a free gift. And this is just like a white shimmer. Right, so that's that one. Then we've got like a cream, just like a cream ivory shade. I actually pulled this out of my pastel palette that I made from Colourpop, so it could have come from any of my Colourpop palettes. I feel like they could have done a better job with the colour story. There's a lot of kind of these cream shades, but I'm not too bothered. See how I mean? I mean, I'm kind of as pale as you get, but it's not really showing up. This one has got glitters in it. The other one is completely matte in the Snow White palette. But I prefer the one with the sequins in it. And then we've got a slightly deeper brown. No, that's a shimmer, sorry. It's like kind of a champagne shimmer, I would say. This one has come from, I'll show you the palette in a minute, because I remember putting this one in. That'd be nice for in a corner. So this one has come from the Colourpop Wild Nothing palette, and I think the next shade has as well. That's that one there. Doing this palette last night took me forever. Well, I was doing it early hours this morning, so it's nothing to write home about on the first row. It's nice to have shades like these in though, and that to a certain point, because the good blending out shades, and that's a good transition shade. So this is when it gets a little bit more exciting. Does it have a pink in like that? I don't remember that it did, or I have just put that in from somewhere else, because I kept... No, that's wrong. So that should go there. Then it should have a lighter shade there, and then that should go there. So let me try and find a different shade for that. Right, so I've just brought my other palette out. Oh, sorry, I knocked it. Right, so according to that, I don't know why I put that pink there. It needs to be, can you see, it needs to be kind of a more orange based one. And originally, I think I had this one in. Oops. Originally I had that one in. Whoops. Nearly dropping everything. So it could be that one, or it could be this one. This one is definitely more orange, like a more yellow orange tone. So let me just see which one suits it better. I'm trying to get as close to the actual palette as I can. So we've got a really light one there. That's more like yellow based, but I don't have anything like that, I don't think. Not a shimmer anyway. So I'm going to keep the one that I had in, so I don't have like a yellow based shimmer. So we'll keep that as it is. And then we're going on to, can you see how it's kind of like the fourth one in? Can you see how it's kind of peach? So which one of these do I want to put in? Maybe that one. They just all look so similar. So what I need to do is take that off. Right, so I've just swatched them. They do look incredibly similar, so that's good, we're on the right track. I don't know what I was thinking with that pink purple shade. I'm thinking that's not very Snow White. This palette retails for £18.97 in pounds. I just feel like they've gone up the £12. Let me know what you think. I've not ordered from them in a good year and a half though, so not 100% on it. But next we're going to go in with this more orange one. I mean, I feel like the colour story could have been a bit better. Why so many kind of orange bases in there? I mean, it's more of a salmon shade. It's nice. So that's that one. Let's have a look if it's close. I would say that one's got a bit more pink in it, but it is pretty close. And then I've added my own yellow in from the lemon. No, it's actually a Colourpop one. So I've added that from the Limoncello palette because it's softer. I was gonna add one in from the Honey palette, but look at that. Look how pigmented it is. So we'll go up there with that. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. So that's that. And then we're getting to a tricky point. So then there was kind of like a, I don't know, like a wine shimmer. I'm going to add this picture in, so don't worry if you can't see it. so it's kind of a wine shimmer. So I added a Pastel Roses one in, and this one is called Pink Lemonade. I mean, isn't that pretty though? Those shades are definitely better than Colourpop shades. I don't know if this is, I think this is a duochrome. I think that yellow and that Pink Lemonade shade would look absolutely insane together. Oh yeah, they would. Let's just do another swatch. I mean, look at them there, side by side. How nice would they look in a look? Love a good yellow look. And then we've got this kind of mauve toned one. Again, it's another Colourpop one. You can tell what the Colourpop ones are because they're really, really small pans. Again, I'm not 100% sure what palette it came out of. When I'm on a mission, I just focus on the job in hand, guys. I'm going to put this down here. And let's see how similar that is to the one in the Snow White palette. Yeah, it's pretty similar. So it's this one here. So you've got the Pink Lemonade shade that I used, and then it's next to it, that one there. And then we're moving on to the bottom row. So we've got, I feel like we've got a lot of shimmers here. I mean, this one here in the Snow White palette is a matte, but there's no harm in putting another special shading by Pastel Roses because I do have one. Let's try it. I mean, I don't tend to wear shades like this. Don't tend to wear them. This one I think's come from the Elsa palette. It's really, really dark, so, and from what I remember when I use the Elsa palette, it's patchy. What I was thinking of exchanging that for, I can't fit both of them in, which is a shame, is putting, oh, it's not even in that palette, it's in my Pastel Roses one. So that's what my Pastel Roses one looks like. Well, it's got other shades in. These are Titmouse Cosmetics down here. That's a Unique Beauty one, but for the most part, these are all Pastel Roses. I was thinking, guys, of using this one. I think it's called Magic Potion. And I think in that palette, I would get more use out of this. So I think I'm just going to do that, because there's a lot of mattes in here. Just looking at it, there is a lot of mattes. So I will swatch that as well. And we've got a deep shade, we've got the red. It's really, really soft. I got this as a free gift when I placed an order. It's not something that I would normally choose for myself. So this is kind of my custom Snow White palette. Look at it. I mean, that and that would go nice together, but I don't have anywhere to put it. Maybe get rid of the black. Yeah, maybe get rid of the black. I don't need the black in there because I don't wear black eyeshadow. And I completely screwed this up yesterday. It comes from the Hocus Pocus palette. I completely screwed it up. It's really, really soft. I will swatch it, but I don't feel like I'm going to get any real benefit from it by it being in there. So then maybe we'll put that there. And then we've got the red, which is throwing me off completely because it's a square pan and all the others are round. So that's the red there. I wish I'd got a Strawberry Shake palette, but I don't do red, so it's pointless having it. And then we've got this blue. It's kind of a blue-purple shift, but I feel like it would work. This one is from Pastel Roses as well. It's called Riverside. And this is definitely a duochrome. Isn't that pretty? I need to get that red off though. Let's, because the red is obviously a pressed pigment and that's completely dyed my finger. Let me just go in with a different finger then. I mean, it's pretty sheer, but if you just build it up, I'll build it up. And like I said, I will swatch the black, but it's kind of a black brown anyway with glitters in it. So I feel like this colour story that I've done suits my personality a lot better, and I'll probably get more use out of that. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this, because like I said, I want to do the Winx Club one. And then we've got this. Yeah, it's definitely more brown than black. I struggle to have black eyeshadows in my Colourpop palettes. You can see that it's definitely more brown, but it was a darker shade I could find in my Colourpop palettes, so I thought I'd use this. And it's not a bad shade, so that's all of mine that I've put in my little Snow White palette. I feel like it looks really, really good. I'm still dubious now, guys, about this shade here. I don't know whether to put the black in. I feel like keeping that in because it would go with that. Just on the outer V, but I don't know. I mean, it's looking pretty patchy. It's looking patchy AF at the moment there. I mean, that shade there would go in the crease with that. I feel like taking this out now. So let's take that out and let's move these up like this should be and put the black back in. Right, so let me just sort this out. So that is my colour story for my Snow White palette, guys. It's not perfect, but I feel like, you know, it would be I feel like it's a really, really nice palette. And like I said, I feel like it suits my personality. I love the fact that I've managed to get a yellow and blue in, and I've just made it more about me than the actual Snow White one, so I might not even need the Snow White one when it goes to Beauty Boxes by Tammy. It is pretty and I do like it for the packaging, but I can't keep buying things for packaging. I think this year I'm going to be doing a lot more dupe palettes, but I just need to get more magnetic palettes. It's a bit dirty because I ruined that black eyeshadow yesterday, but yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm really enjoying the colour story that I put together. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.